This is Allison Tuesday.
Took away my soul with the touch of his lips, and now I'm so gone. I fell for the devil and his kiss. It was bliss. What felt right was also wrong.
You're listening to You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Threshold Brace Productions.
Hey, here we go again. Welcome to another episode of You Can't Sit With Us Radio, featuring myself, El Ambitious. Cali Buzz not in today, so I'm going to hold it down solo dolo. But, you know, as always, we keep special guests on deck. We got Strykez in the building. He's a rap, hip-hop artist, songwriter out of Oakland, California. I'm glad to have him on the show today. What's up, Strykez?
Not much, man. I'm just sitting here out here in Oakland chilling, but it's hot, so I'm not really chilling.
That's good.
Sweating.
Yeah, you know, it's out here pouring down rain, but, you know,
Oh,
it is
yeah.
what it is.
Yep.
But, man, yeah, I want to get into a topic with you. You
Okay.
You an NBA fan?
I don't know much about the NBA, to be honest.
Not
I'm not really big. I don't know much about sports, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, like, you know.
But, you know, I know a little something. What's up?
You know about, I'm sure you know about LeBron, though, right?
Oh, yeah, LeBron went to L.A.
Yeah.
And everybody started tripping, and then DeMarcus Cousins went over to the Warriors.
Yeah,
and I was like, oh,
exactly.
it's over now.
Exactly. They got all these super teams now.
I know, man. They got the 96 Dream Team
Man,
on
what?
as their team.
Yeah. I don't know. And then I don't know. You got the Warriors, Lakers. And
Yeah.
Ain't nobody, I don't know. The NBA,
But what's the Lakers really go? I mean, they got LeBron, but did they keep Lonzo Ball?
yeah, they kept
thought they was
him.
getting-
They got Rondo. I got Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, he's good for a few games.
yeah. He ain't
I played with him on 2K before. He's all right.
He ain't,
Yeah.
he ain't no shooter, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, not like he used to be.
No.
I remember back in it was like 09 to 10 when they was going up against the Lakers every year. Yeah, that dude was knocking them down like every game. I used to hate that dude.
He can assist like crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, he's small. He's kind of small too, ain't he?
Yeah, he's
quick
small,
and small.
Yeah, I don't know. NBA might be kind of boring next season.
Oh, what, you think the Warriors gonna take it again?
That, I mean, it's just like, but they got like all the superstars and just like on like certain teams now.
Yeah.
So you already
Hey,
know who's gonna be in the playoffs and who's gonna be in the finals, really.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know. It might be kind of boring.
Well, do you watch the NFL?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay. So the NFL coming back. I love the NFL.
Yeah. That whole the only thing is about that protest and stuff. That kind of bothered me a little bit, though.
Yeah, I kind of been like off of it for a minute. Like I didn't watch it last season, and I just kind of was like, it kind of it threw me off, man. Like, I'm like, how y'all make it a bit? You guys are missing the point of everything that's being said.
Exactly. And then they want to ban it,
Right.
You got to stand, but then they say you can go in the locker room, not come out. Which is kind of pointless, but.
Yeah, why would you? If you're gonna, and that's kind of wishy-washy on them. You see that there's a lack of strength in the overall governing parties, because if you're gonna make a rule. Don't give them an option to go in the locker room. If you're gonna make them come outside, to make everybody have to come outside. Like now you look weak. Like that was stupid. Mm-hmm. Now cats are still gonna kneel if they want to. What are you gonna do about it, Roger? Roger Goodell?
Yeah,
what are you gonna do? You're not gonna do anything. You're just gonna sit there and go call Donald Trump and cry.
Yeah, and fine them like they always
right,
do.
You're gonna fine me. $10,000.
Yep, exactly.
Spent that last year on drinks.
Oh,
that's nice.
Man.
But yeah, man. So I kind of, I'm gonna kind of keep up. But it's crazy because this is like the first time, and I kind of want to watch the NFL now because this is the first. My team is the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
And so I've been in Colorado for like the last 10 years. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't. I've been rooting for my Niners, but I've been rooting for it in Bronco country. So it was always I was like a lone wolf out there. But now I'm back home, and it's like, I want like everybody's got the feed. People, they live out here with it. Yeah. And the Raider fans are too. And so I kind of want to like join in on it, but I'm like, I don't know. What's the final result? How do we feel about this? Check the temperature.
Yeah.
But on my own thoughts, though. Because I'm like, is it old? Because I get the protests, and we made the message clear. So now what? Now we move on and advance past football. It's going to be what it's going to be. Either you watch it or you don't. But I think I'm going to watch it.
Exactly.
Hate me if you want to.
Exactly.
Can't catch me. I'm in Oakland. Yeah.
Ain't no problem with it.
Huh?
When they so when they moving to Las Vegas though?
They're supposed to move next year.
Oh, okay.
And I'll keep my feelings about that reserved, for there may be Oakland fans with me, and I don't want to get jumped.
Oh man.
But yeah, go Niners.
Yeah, that stadium look nice though.
Oh yeah, oh in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh Vegas. I mean, Vegas is already a turned-up city, but I mean, God, it's about to be. And LA's right there too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know, LA love the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, it's kind of wish I could. I might just go move to Vegas, but I'm be a Raiders fan for a while, blend in with the crowd.
Yeah.
Nah. But yeah, man. So that's gonna be cool. You're a Titans fan, right?
Nah, I'm a Colts fan actually.
Colts. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do with I don't know about Andrew Luck anymore.
Oh yeah, I think it's luck right now.
Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm just kind of like, whatever happens at this point.
All right.
All right, man.
When did you, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, when did you start? Like, this is dope, man. Like, when did you start this podcast? And
Man,
this is
just probably like a few months ago. It ain't even been probably 6 months yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just started like, yeah, I'm still just working on it every week, every month, yeah.
Oh, that's dope. Where do you post? Where do you post them at? Like, where can I go listen to the other episodes?
It's all on YouTube. All on YouTube.
YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, for sure. Yeah, man. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go check those out.
The link is in my bio.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, on Instagram. So yeah.
Already. I'm gonna go look at that. I'm gonna share it on my Instagram.
I appreciate that.
Already, yeah. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me on here. But go ahead.
No problem. All right. So man, just tell me how you got started in music.
Phew. I gotta see how I can condense this, because I've talked to myself about this lots of times in case I had an interview, and now I'm hearing the interview. I gotta like, oh no, that was a 2-hour talk. I gotta condense this down. So let me see. So really, what the gist of it is I started, like, I was raised. Okay, gotta give you a little context. You know what I'm saying? Raised in the church, raised in a very strict background. You know what I'm saying? It was very sheltered, right? So when I was like 12, 13, right? My brother came home one day with a keyboard. And we weren't supposed to listen to rap, right? So that's the whole thing. We weren't supposed to listen to rap, but he just kicked some beats. And I kind of heard like, it was House of Pain's Jump Around.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And like back in like 93. So I was like, yo, it's kind of dope, man. And I heard Snoop Dogg, What's My Name? And then that diss Snoop and Dre did against, Dre Day or whatever.
Yeah.
Effort with Dre Day.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, it's kind of dope. And then I really like to write stories, and I really like to, because in my fourth grade class, I used to write a lot. We have to write stories and read them out, and all the kids loved it. So I really like to write. I really believe in art. I really believe in artistry. So I really wanted to put like my heart and soul in it. So, in stories that I was writing, but I really wanted to be an actor. So then my brother got this keyboard, man, and he started playing this beat. And he was like, hey, bro, spit something. I was like, what? I'm like, no, Daddy will whoop me if he finds out I'm rapping. What are you talking about? No, I'm not spitting anything. But he got me to spit, so I started spitting. And I was like, yo, I'm actually pretty good at this. And so then, if I'm talking too loud, my bad.
Nah, you good, you good.
Yeah, so he was like, yo, man. So when his friends came over like a couple months later, he was like, yo, spit for my boy. I was like, now I got an audience. I was like, yo, man, I don't know if I can do this. So I just started freestyling. So that's why I like to freestyle. And so that was back when I was like 13, 14 years old. And so fast forward, I met my boy in about 2001. You know what I'm saying? I was still rapping. I was really trying to work on my writing game. My pen game, it was horrible. It was whack. You know what I'm saying? I was really trying not to cuss back then, too. But then after a while, I was like, screw it, man. I'm going for it. So I was really trying to work on all that and trying to figure out. Back then, we didn't have like the technology we got now. Like anybody can have a studio now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But back then, bro, you have to know somebody that knew somebody that had some equipment so you could go record. So we was recording on tapes in the garage. You feel me? So, and we was passing them out. And so then fast forward, I was like, I kind of quit for a little bit because I was like, man, because my boy, he went to the Army, I went to the Army, we got stationed in separate places. So he grew, he got married, I got married. So he had, his priorities started becoming his family. Mine was too, but I was still like hooked on it because there was something in my heart that was, I can't stop. I wanted to stop. I wanted to give it up. I just wanted to do my family thing, live my Army life, but I couldn't stop. Like, I couldn't give it up. So it was like I was fighting against myself and I was fighting with other people. And then fast forward, like I get divorced and all this, and I'm going to school, and I'm back on my grind. And it's like, man, I'm starting to think like, I know I'm about to be like 34 in a couple weeks, right? So I'm like, man, I'm kind of over it. That's why I'm back at school, and that's my big focus. But I love this. Like, I love to write. I love to spit what's on my mind. I love to spit what's happened in my life because I felt like when I was younger, maybe because I got bullied and picked on a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. So I felt like maybe if I could rap about it, then maybe somebody else, you know what I'm saying, they could be like, oh yeah, that happened to me too. But I was like, but what kind of who's gonna hear about a black dude rapping about being picked on, right? Like nobody wants to hear about that. Like, where's the drugs? Where's the bottles? You know what I'm saying? So I was like, how can I do this? And then Eminem came out, and I was like, oh look, white dude talking about being bullied, so maybe I can just kind of edge in on it.
Yeah.
So I kind of like, I was like, I felt more comfortable talking about my actual life, and I really feel like music is art, and it should be an expression. I mean, we're not all just stiff characters where everything has to be deep, man. You can have fun, you know what I'm saying? Because there's art in having fun and partying. But I'm saying, like, when you putting your music out, make sure there's something in there for, like, from your heart, something from your soul. That's
exactly.
what I feel. You know what I'm saying? So make sure there's something in there that's deep. And I just kind of I always told myself this is something I want to do, and I just learned a lot of lessons in this last year. Like, yo, man, I'm not gonna stop right now. I'm gonna just keep going real quick. I'm gonna just drop this one and see what happens. But I'm gonna put everything I got into this. So I'm really happy with the results I'm seeing.
That's good. What made you want to be an actor at first, though?
Well, I wanted to be a child actor.
Okay.
And I was because I was watching a lot of like Power Rangers and Big Bad Beautiful Boys.
Yeah.
I was, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to like kiss girls and do ninja kicks and beat up monsters. So I was like, yo, if I go to Hollywood, that'd be dope. So it wasn't like I wanted to be. My mom, she took me to get some pictures, but I didn't have any like grandeur thoughts. I was watching Beat Up Boys and a lot of shows I had, so I see a little pretty white girl. She get, I want to kiss a pretty white girl. So let me go on TV, you know what I'm saying? So that's really all I want to do. But I realized when I got older that I do kind of like acting, like, putting on the show, doing voices and all that, entertaining my friends and stuff. So, I mean, maybe something I might try later, but right now it's music. I love music, but yeah.
Okay. So how'd you get the name Strykez?
I'm laughing because it's like, once again, nothing grandeur. Me and my boy, like the boy dude I used to rap with back in 01. His name was Third Rail. He goes by Third, but his name is Vince. But back then he was in love with Aaliyah. We were both in love with Aaliyah. He was like obsessed with Aaliyah.
Yeah.
So he went by Cali Baller 1888, which stood for Aaliyah Dana Hawk. And we met kind of like right around the time she died. So he was really, and I went by Cali Strykez. We was on this website online called MC2G. It was a lot of text. So some people had audio, but like I said back then, if you didn't have the money to, really get in the studio, you wasn't going to have audio. So we would do a lot of writing. And that's why I think I got better at writing, because we would just write a lot of our text. And you have to really feel our emotion through words without hearing music, without hearing voice, without hearing lyrics. You got to read it and kind of feel our tone, what we're saying. But that's what I was thinking. So I was like, so when I write this, I don't want it to come off as bland. You feel me? I want it to come off as, no. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. But so Cali Strykez was my name. And he changed his name to Baller. Or Third Rail. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just drop this Cali Strykez. That sounds kind of lame, kind of 2000-ish. So I'm gonna just call myself Strykez. And I told myself, if people ask me why, I'll just tell them I had that name, but I didn't have a car, and I was just striking everywhere and walking. But really, I don't know. I'm pitching strike, but it was nothing clever. I just I'm call it Strykez, and then I'll just say that I'm striking everywhere. But I'm gonna misspell it with a Y, K, and a Z, or with a Y and a Z, so people know that I'm cool. If I spell it with S-T-R-I-K-E-S, that's lame. So yeah, spell it the wrong way. So they know I don't abide by the rules and the laws.
Yeah. All right, so you was talking about writing just a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you get writer's block all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you get rid of that? Like how do you get through it?
Man, I used to hate writer's block, right? Because I would be like, because I would always try to, when you writing and you feeling the flow, and then all of a sudden writer's block hit, it like stops you. It's like, yo, come on, you get frustrated. It's like I was just there. And I used to hate it. But then I figured out the cure for it was really to just walk away. Like, go do something else. Because I used to, and it was hard for me to let that go. But when I started doing that, when I would go, like, writing a song or whatever, because sometimes I hear a beat that I could write to in like 5 minutes. And then sometimes I hear a beat that's so dope, like, I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. And I want to make sure I do right by that beat, because that's art too. And I want to make sure that my art complements that producer's art and it sounds dope. So when I get writer's block, if I'm like, if I force this, then I'm gonna mess it up. But on the flip side, it depends on the mood I'm in, because sometimes when I do force it. Sometimes I actually do force it, and I just write through it. But I tell myself I'm not going to keep this. But I'm going to just write this dumb stuff that's clogging up my brain. Because if I get bored and I can't find nothing to do, I'm going to come back to it. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to write some dumb stuff that's going to clog up my brain. I'm going to listen to it. It's going to sound so stupid to me. And I'm going to be laughing at myself in my head like I do to some of these corny rappers out here. Like, y'all so stupid, I can rap better than you. And I'm going to say that to myself, and I'm going to write something dope. Yeah. So that's usually... So if I can't walk away from it because I'm bored or it's just stuck, that's what I do. I just write through it. And then you just scratch out the whack stuff you put on, and then you put on your dope shit.
Oh, okay. All right, so you got the Alcohol and Heartbreak album. Is that?
Yes.
That's the one you working on now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Like, let's get into let's talk about the first song, the Hallucinogenic song. Tell me about that.
Hallucinations? Yeah. All right. So the title is Alcohol and Heartbreak. So I'll make it real brief. So this song is made from the perspective when I had a really rocky marriage, right? So This song is made from that perspective back in like 2010 when I got back from Korea. We were supposed to get divorced. We didn't end up getting divorced. We tried to work it out, but I was in another place. I was like egotistic, a whole bunch of stuff I was doing wrong, right? And I was blaming her for it. So then, like, fast forward about 8 years later, I'm thinking back on those experiences, and I'm writing about it. And there was a time when I was at a party, and she didn't want me to go out, but I was at a party, and I was right around the corner from my house. I was in Colorado. I was right there on I-11 Chambers. I was right around the corner, and I lived on Mississippi and Stable. So all I had to do was just go down I-11 till I get stable, and I was there. But I ended up on Gun Club because I was drunk. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm speeding. I'm driving fast and all this. When you hear that part, you understand what I'm talking about. Okay. And I didn't want to be sober because this pain at my house was so hard. I just wanted to be drunk because that's what I was doing in Korea. And now I'm back home, and it's like I don't know how to be domestic. So I just wanted to drink. And that's why I was saying I don't want to be sober because this pain is hurting me. And I'm sitting there talking about watching this stripper and all that, but I never had sex with a stripper. But the thing is, I was cheating on my wife, right? And so to me, that was akin to paying for sex, because sex is something that's supposed to be beautiful. So between a man and a woman, how I feel, how everybody else feels, cool, you know what I'm saying? But for me, it's like between a man and a woman. Yeah. And it's something that's beautiful. It's not just a physical thing. That's something spiritual, right? And so you wouldn't want to cheapen that. I shouldn't ever have to pay for sex. I will pay for your time, for a woman's time, for her company, by taking her out, but she don't owe me nothing after that. You feel me? I feel like I don't want to pay for sex. And when I was cheating on my wife, that's what I was feeling like. Like I was that guilty. And so that's why I kind of made it something comparable that people could kind of relate to, I guess, because that's what people talk about a lot is strippers these days. So I kind of wanted to use it on a different light. But it was, I wasn't trying to, I hope nobody took no offense or shade to that. But yeah, so that's what it's about. And if you really listen to it at the end, you'll hear the whole thing to the theme of it. If you hear what I'm saying at the end, you'll listen. My bad.
Oh, you good? All right, so yeah, so let's get into it real quick, and we'll be right back more with Strykez on the show.
Wanna be sober, I just want this pain to be over. I probably shouldn't even be drinking, but I'm drowning in my sorrows, yeah, I'm sinking. Depression. It got me drinking this liquor like water. My expression, non-existent. As I'm looking at somebody's daughter, shaking that ass, she raking that cash. Toss a couple bills just to make this last. Her gyrations got me in a state of hypnosis. Libations got me feeling so comatose. The vibrations she giving off, I don't even know. It's like blatant temptation that's chasing my soul. I wanna off her brains, I let her suck the pain out. She probably preferred if I just let it rain out. Audible out the line, I'm about to change routes as I fade from consciousness. Before I blank out, I ask what's the price. She looked me in my eyes and replied, wait, what? What the fuck? Did you really say that, or am I just drunk? It's like I'm hallucinating, waiting on somebody to come wake me up. Cause this can't be right. Dynasty album track 3, man, this can't be life. My soul is dying, somebody hit the lights. I don't like this feeling, it's killing me. I think I'd rather just die, but shit, I could say no, or I could just go. What I got to lose, already losing, so I say yeah, but I'm moving slow. She took me to the back, started moving slow. I'm like, wait, she like,
Baby, let me see the soul.
I shoot the low, gave boo the dough, hit the dough, walking out feeling guilty, empty and cold. After I was done, I started thinking clear. Like I don't even think that I should be in here. All I'm trying to do is grab my keys and go. But I can barely even see the road. But I'm driving. I'm so inebriated. Yeah, I'm flying. I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, I'm driving. I'm so inebriated. Yeah, I'm flying. Feels like I'm dying. And I don't think I'm gonna make it. I can't believe I don't wanna be sober. I just want this pain to be over. I probably shouldn't even be drinking, but I'm drowning in these bottles, yeah, I'm sinking. God, I'm sinking. I'm drowning in these bottles, yeah, I'm sinking.
Yeah, welcome back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio. We got Strykez on the show. Yeah, I like that song, man. It's really good, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, so far as the album though, or do you have a release date for it, or you just still just like taking your time on it?
I mean, I am taking my time, but I set a release date for like September 14th. That's my son's birthday.
Oh, okay.
So, I just wanted to do something corny like that, I guess. Yeah. But I love my son and I love music, so I was like, his birthday, and that should give me enough time to get everything done with it, finished up. So
how many songs you trying to do?
Oh, I got about 14 songs.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, that might be, I know by today's standard, that's way too much. That's like 13 too many songs for an LP. But figured I'd go ahead and gamble and throw the dice and put an extra 13 on it.
Yeah, I usually like about 13 songs on the album. I'm satisfied with that. Yeah.
But you remember back in the day when it used to be like 22 songs on the album? Yeah, on one disc?
They starting to do that, do that now though. They getting
back
to it.
Yeah, the streaming numbers come up when they
exactly.
the more songs they got on, so that helps there. I think that's why Drake went like double platinum or something like that.
Did you like his album? Did you listen to his album?
I ain't even listened to it yet.
Oh, okay. It's pretty good though.
I don't know. I don't want to listen to it while it's the hype, man. I want to wait until everything died down and I listen to it.
It's not bad though. I feel like he had a couple of filler songs on the album, but it was pretty good though. Wasn't bad.
Yeah, he's a true artist.
Yeah. But so who are some of your favorite artists that you look up to?
Artists I look up to. Some artists who I'm influenced by. I don't know if I look.
Yeah, because that's cool too.
I feel I'm influenced by like Tupac.
Okay, yeah.
I'm influenced by his like realness, his lack of regard of how people felt. He wasn't being lyrical or whatever. He spit his truth and he spit he told it real so that people could hear it. He made it so that everybody can understand what he's saying. So I really looked up to him for that. Or looked up to him for that. Because I didn't have a lot of anyway. But Eminem, because he was super lyrical.
Yeah.
And he was awkward. And even though I couldn't relate to him as being a white kid, but I could relate to him as being an awkward kid. So I was like, yo, man, I feel you. Like, we would have been friends. Like, because I was awkward. Well, maybe not, because you're a little crazy. If you were really crazy like that, beating up people with a broom thinking, no, I'm good with that. But, I feel where you're coming from. And he was so dope. He would make simple words that you could have just thought of normally. Because I would always like, man, I could have thought of that. But it was so simple and dope the way he did it. I was like, okay, I want to make sure that. So what I was doing was taking pieces of everybody who I was listening to. Like, okay, I want to have the raw aggression of Tupac. I want to have at least the lyrical ability. And it's not going to be as up to Eminem's part, but I want to have, I want people to love the lyrics. And then I like Jay-Z. I used to tell people I hated Jay-Z, and I did kind of. My boy hated Jay-Z, so I was just rolling. But I was like, wait a minute, Jay-Z's actually kind of dope. Like he's very underrated, actually. Like if you really listen to him, if you really listen to what he's saying, he's another one of those. He's lyrical, but like he said, lyrically I could be like solidified, but he knows what sells, he knows what works, and he played the game like he was supposed to. And his business acumen was like on point. So I really looked up. I was like, I looked up to him for that too. I was like, yo, I want to be like a businessman. I want to be the suit and tie guy. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the guy that can rap and then get out of rap, because he did it like the drug game. You get in it, you get your money, then you get out. And he did the rap thing, and he still dabbles in the rap thing because it's art, and Jay-Z's an artist.
Yeah.
So he's going to make art. You can't stop an artist from creating. That's what we're going to do. So, he made sure everything else was straight. You know what I'm saying? And DMX, because I just felt DMX's pain.
Yeah.
Like, he felt sad. I was like, yeah, I feel you, man. Like, I be sad sometimes, too, because although he was aggressive and rough, you could tell he was a human. And, when you heard him talk in interviews, he was like, oh, man, this dude, he's just a regular dude. Like, people paint him out to be, he plays up to the image because, that's what sells, and that's who he is, that's what he knows, because that's how he was raised. But, what I'm saying, at his core, he's just a regular dude like us.
Yeah.
But he's dope. And, he was confident. He didn't care what nobody had to say. I remember he was supposed to do a show for the kids. They're like, can you just edit your song? No, I'm not editing nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? Little kids need to hear what I got to say. So I'm not editing nothing, dog. No, I do my music, I do it my way. Okay? So I was like, yo, right on, X. Yeah, so that's why I rocks with X.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So those are the artists that I looked up to and am influenced by, because they're the main thing they all had in common was their honesty and their confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was honest. Everything was confident. They wasn't lying. Some rappers lie about what they got and braggadocious, but they were confident. And so I always tried to make sure I modeled the way I did it after they did it, because they were successful. Like, you want to be successful, look at successful people.
Yeah. So, what made you move to Denver?
Oh, I was in the Army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got stationed out in Denver back in like '07.
Okay.
I just got married, and then in like '09 I went to Korea, came back in 10. And I was supposed to go to England, but I switched orders to go back to Denver, and then stayed in Denver after I got out. I got out in like 2012, and I just got back last year.
Okay.
But I was like, it was cool, man. I loved it out there. You were out there for a minute, right?
Yeah, I've been out there the past couple years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I visited out
it's
there.
real cool. Everybody's nice and friendly. It's laid back.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of California. It's like Diet Cali. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like it's Cali, but it's kind of safe, so it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some dangerous parts. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to knock. I'm not trying to say they're like not safe. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like where I was at in Aurora over there by Mississippi and Sable. I was like, oh, everybody, because when I got there, all the Army personnel was like, oh, that's dangerous. Be careful. I'm like, I'm from Stockton. Like, this is cool. I'm good with this. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I like it out there too. It's traffic.
Huh?
I said I like it out there though.
Yeah.
The
And
traffic.
the traffic with me.
Yeah. Shit crazy. I was like, oh man.
Yo, but that traffic is crazy, bro. But I mean, I'm by Oakland to San Francisco now. I don't go nowhere. I'm not going out in that. I go when everybody's asleep. Like that traffic is bananas, dude. Like going to San Francisco or going towards San Francisco.
Well,
Like,
aren't they trying to make California into like 3 states now or something?
they're trying to do something like that. Whatever.
I was like, okay.
They can't. I mean, why would I don't know. Everybody's just trying to do. I don't know. I heard something about that, but whatever. I'm from California. I'm an old school. I'm grandfathered in. I have a lifetime visa to go to any part of California you want to dissect it into because I am from here. This is my blood. So yeah,
What's up?
do what y'all want, but I'm a citizen. Not a federal crime if I take my weed up from lower California to upper California. I haven't crossed federal boundaries.
Man. Have you been here in Nashville before?
Nah, I've never been to Tennessee. Had a lot of friends from Tennessee, especially when I was in the Army, but I've never actually been out there. But I wanted to go there because I love cities with soul.
Yeah, traffic here is just as bad too.
Yeah, and it's humid. Oh, but see, that's the thing that scares me about Tennessee. Like, and that whole reason is like, I've been to Oklahoma. I wanted to die with that humidity. Like, it was the summertime. I was like, dog, I'm like, is it raining?
Very
I took
humid.
like 5 showers, like, just when I got here in 5 minutes. Like, is it what? So that humidity kind of keeps me like, I want to go to places, but I'm like, I got to talk to people. Like, how do you combat the humidity? I can't.
Very humid.
I can't be out there, huh?
I said, yeah, it's very humid.
But it's a beautiful place though, and they have jazz. That's like the heartbeat of jazz and like soul music, man. Like I've been to Denver and California. Like I haven't been like, these aren't exactly the, soulfulest places. I love Cali, I love Colorado, but I've never been to like Atlanta where it's like all of our people and like all, you get the real Southern food. And I've never been to like, I've been to Pensacola, but I was on a Navy base. But I've never been to like, where our people, the roots of this country come from. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like our people, our roots. You know what I'm saying? Like going back there and seeing it and seeing the history and feeling it. Like that's why another reason why I really like, making money doing what you love. I'm like, I want to travel. I mean, I want to travel the world, but I really want to travel the country. Like I want to see, because this is where, to me, our heritage is kind of stolen. I'm not trying to get too deep, but I'm just saying kind of stolen. So I kind of want to see what it was, what we made it, where it started, where it grew from.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
Not get too deep, but
yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right, so let's get into your second song, Wavy. This is my favorite one that you sent of all 3 of them. Yeah, I like this one best. Like, yeah, tell me a little bit about that song before we get into it.
All right, so this song is like, I was feeling goofy, so I was just like, I make this song in like 5 minutes. I was like, okay, this is like a goofy. I'm like, this is not the kind of music I usually make.
Yeah.
Like I said, I speak, but I was like, it's dope though, because I was feeling myself. I was feeling swag, and I heard that beat. I was like, yo, man, I ain't got no off-white, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this shirt out in the sun and make it off-white, and then I'm gonna cut some holes in it. Yeah,
I like that.
This song, because I was feeling like wavy, and I was like, because the sub beat was called Off-White, and I was feeling, I didn't have no Off-White, but I was like, yo, man, I was feeling wavy. So, but that was the surface part of it, and that was me. But I was really talking about, if you listen to the other song, I was talking about, looking at somebody's daughter. I was in that song. I was like, my attitude at that time was when my wife had left. I was like, you know what? Can I curse on here?
Yeah.
Oh, my attitude when my wife had left. At first, I was heartbroken. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Like, I'm wait. This is back in like 2012 now. So my mind frame was still back on there. So I was like, man, I'm white, man. Fuck that, man. I was going through it. I was doing what a man does when he gets dumped. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to disrespect anybody, but I was was lonely. Sorry. So yeah, I was feeling myself back then. And so when I took that same swag I felt back then and put it in the song, but I was still heartbroken, and that was me trying to get over this heartbreak. And so it still kind of connects to that song before it and the song that comes after. You feel me? But on the surface, but I wanted something aesthetically appealing too, because I like to knock stuff in my car and nod my head and look at the people crazy when I'm driving by and open my window up. My tents, they can't see me mugging them. The sun is glaring off. You can't see me mugging you. I don't be mugging. But yeah.
All right, so let's get into Wavy by Strykez, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Okay, yeah, I'm fresh about that water. Drippy, yeah, I'm litty. Ain't nobody ballin' harder. At the club where they be stripping, looking for somebody's daughter who got problems with her father, so that be silky I can slaughter. I slay. Ain't nobody fresh to treat that money like Fab said. Girl, you make me better. Infatuated with cash, dropping tracks to get a rag. Hold them haters looking mad, cause the paper's in the bag. Aw man, damn, here you go again with that bitch. Man, I need a vacate. These haters got me tripping. White girls love me. Yeah, they say I'm itching. Money young, but I'm on a mission. Big time in this division. Okay, now my shirt is off white. My jeans are off white. My kicks of the day, all white, all nice. Try and pick a bone and my dogs all bite. I ain't got nothing to do, so I can do this. Okay, now here we go again. I ain't Drake, I ain't Jeezy, but I'm going in. Yeah, they hate, I'm like Wheezy, cause I'm getting money like it's never gonna end. Cause it's never gonna end. Got a taste, now I can't wait until I taste that shit again. She said you can taste this kitty, I said you should bring a friend. Now her friend was hella pretty, and I ain't one to pretend. I do not feel any pity, chose her friend cause in the end she can't contend. Aw man, damn, here you go again with that bitchin'. Girl, you need a vacate, cause you already tripping. Yeah, them black girls love me. Yeah, they say I'm different, and that melanin in their skin is the reason why they winning. Now my shirt is off white, my jeans are off white. My kicks of the day, all white, all nice. You tryna pick a bone and my dogs all bite. We ain't got nothing to do, so we can do this all night. Yeah, my shirt is off white, my jeans are off white. My kicks of the day, all white, all nice. You tryna pick a bone and my dogs all bite. We ain't got nothing to do, so we can do this all night.
All right, welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us Radio. We got Strykez on the show. All right, so Strykez, I want to get into the portion of the show where I ask questions to my guests. So I want you to give me an answer, and then you explain your answer to me.
Okay.
All right, so why do bald people wear do-rags and head wraps?
For the aesthetic. It's the look. I mean, yeah, you don't got no hair, and I mean that's what we do. We use stuff for what it's not, Sometimes we use stuff for what it's not for. Mayonnaise is for sandwiches. Sometimes we put it in our hair. I mean, you wear a do-rag when you bald. Like, I mean, it looks cool with a cap on, especially if you ain't got the cape out. I mean, if you got the cape out, that's just weird. But as long as you tie up in a little knot, so you got the scully, throw the little cap on, cock it to the side like 50 and 03, you balling. It's coming back, Or maybe they self-conscious. I don't know.
Probably. Have you ever stolen anything from a hotel room?
Now, hold on. First of all, what can you steal from there that's not allowed to be taken?
Hey, I don't
you
know.
talking about the candy?
Yeah, anything.
Well, first of all my hotels start with an M and end with a 6. So the soap and the shampoo, as I am to understand it, is complimentary. So no, I have not. I've been to a few cool hotels. I don't think I've ever. I mean, I think I took a towel before, but I mean, I don't think they wanted it back. I wiped the floor with it. So, oops.
Oh man.
Hope they're not listening. But they don't know which
They
hotel it
don't,
is.
they
do
don't,
they?
they don't know. Hey, do you still watch cartoons? Any?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which ones?
Which one?
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, I watch, I watch Boondocks, Bob's Burgers, Family Guy, watch American Dad sometimes, South Park. I watch, let's see, I love G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got Darkwing Duck. There was a show called Boss Masters. I YouTube that one. That was dope. It was back like 93 or whatever. It was like laser time, put on your 3D set. I never had laser goggles to watch it, but it was pretty cool what I saw. I watch Johnny Bravo, Dexter's Laboratory. Sometimes I watch Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny with his big head.
Yeah.
I watch all the cartoons. Looney Tunes, Daffy Duck is crazy.
That's dope.
I watch I'm kind of a big kid at heart, man. I watch cartoons and eat Lucky Charms.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so how many chickens do you think it would take to kill an elephant?
One,
Oh, really?
because you see, chickens were the ones that was carrying that bird flu, right? So all
Mhm.
they got to do is get in the elephant's ear and peck him till he bleeds and spread that shit through his ear. The elephant
Oh.
can't itch with his trunk. His snout, it's over. He's done. No. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? I mean,
Oh, okay. Okay.
I don't know. I think it would take a lot, like
Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah, probably.
Like the chicken covered coat covering the elephant and just eat him.
All right, so I got my last question is,
All right.
if, let's say Barney and a Teletubby got to fighting, who would win?
Which Teletubby? Because some of them Teletubbies look kind of gangster.
Oh, man. Which one? Oh, let's go with the red one.
Oh, on Blood.
Yeah.
Barney's done. Barney's done, Blood. Hey, Blood. Hey, Barney. I told you about moving that purple over here, Blood. Hey, get him, cuz. I mean, Blood. Like, yeah. Barney's done. Red Teletubby. Yeah, he got a gang. Who Barney got? Baby Bop. What is he gonna do? Go cry in the corner? She's not no help. I'd be bad if I was Barney. Like, Baby Bop, get your ass out of here. They're beating me, kicking my ass.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think the Teletubby will win.
Teletubby. All right. That was my last question. But
So,
in what ways has your music changed since you first started?
well, I made sure to I honed my writing skills. I realized I was really good at writing, so I made sure when I was listening to rappers where I was from, I love their music, right? There was rappers in Stockton, like my boy Sosa, Mackillot. You know what I'm saying? I loved it. But I was kind of raised like listening to East Coast music when I started listening to rap.
Mhm.
And so I really like lyrics. And I'm not saying they didn't have lyrics, I'm just saying it was a different sound. So when I first started, I was writing like everybody else. And then I started kind of like trying to make sure, like when I started listening to Eminem and whatnot, I wanted multiples, I wanted syllables, I wanted, rhyme schemes. I wanted to say a rhyme like ABC and then GGG, ABBC, like, and it goes in a rhythm, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to have a cool, so when I first started, I was raw and I was nervous about being behind a mic. So when you hear I have an album out called Undaunted. The quality's horrible because I was rapping on a condenser mic, not a condenser mic, a dynamic mic, which is not made for, studio rapping. It's made for performances.
Yeah.
So I was rapping on a condenser mic, you know what I'm saying? So my mic presence was horrible. I was off. I was new to it. It was about 2005 when I finally had my home studio and I was new to it. And so, but then as I got older and I started freestyling a lot at the local college in Stockton, Delta, I would freestyle with the cats at the little lunch hall. And I would work on my freestyle because that's how I started rapping. So I was really freestyling and really trying to use like telling stories and using multiples and incorporating that in my rapping. And then one day I sat down, I was like, maybe if I freestyle it and then write it down, because sometimes my brain thinks of it too fast and I can't write it down fast enough and I forget everything about it, the rhythm, the tone, the flow. But I've gotten better at that. And so when you first hear me, I'm kind of unsure about myself. And then I made this album called Caleb Ray that was really about my life back in between like 2010 and 12. And I didn't get to put it out because I was on the label at the time. I got signed to Not Only Street Records. And so I didn't get to put it out there because I didn't have ownership of the beats. But I put it on Dat Piff. It was called Caleb Ray. And I really put my heart and soul in that one. I was kind of disappointed when I couldn't put it out there for real because that was really what I was feeling. And that was really art to me. The first album was just a compilation pretty much of songs that I did from like 2004 to like 2008. But this was really something that this was what's going on in my life. I was talking about my marriage. I was talking about myself as a man. I was talking about like how I'm feeling like my kids and all that. So I was really like trying to show people like this is art, like this is me. And people didn't really hear about it, I guess. Or maybe the bars weren't cool. Maybe it was just wasn't as dope as I thought it was.
Mm-hmm.
But, whatever. I was like, okay. So I was kind of let down. I had to make another album for the label, and that album kind of, a whole bunch of bad stuff happened. I'm not gonna get into that. And so and then I left the label, and then I made this album called Welcome to NorCal because I was living in Colorado, and I was really missing California.
Mm-hmm.
But once again, it was rushed. It wasn't put together right. I didn't put my heart and soul into it. Like I put a lot of it into it. I put my love for California in it, but it wasn't like me, right? And I was like, and that's when I was like, man, I'm just disenfranchised by this stuff. So maybe I should stop rapping. So my rap then and Welcome to NorCal was more like West Coast-ish, but it was still lyrical, like my sense of lyrical, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, okay, but I listened to it. I was like, man, the quality was bad. I didn't put my soul in. I put my heart into it, but not my soul into it. So I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, I can't keep rapping. I got my kids here now. My ex about to move in with me just because, some place to stay. I got to focus on work. So I started working 2 jobs. I wasn't really rapping. I had my friends kept hitting me like, yo, Caleb, we need you on the verse. We need you on this, on that. I was like, all right, cool. I'll do that for my friends. But I never stopped writing. You feel me? So I was always writing. I just never really rapped. But I love writing. And then when I decided to make this album after I left Colorado, came back to California, and really kind of had to start my life over, I was like, okay, I don't want to make an album about what I'm really going through now because it hasn't really started. I'm gonna put some of those elements in it, but I never really did talk about what was going. I never had my voice heard about what happened in my life and in my marriage and how I was feeling back in like 2010 and 2012, and where I went wrong between my whole thing and all my problems. I really just wanted to tell my story. And there was a lot of stuff in there that was personal. There was a lot of stuff in there, saying like I was really talking about stuff. And a lot of stuff is like hidden. Like I know what I'm talking about, but it's going to sound different when people listen to it because a lot of people listen to music for aesthetics. A lot of people listen to words. But if you really listen to like the theme of the whole thing,
mm-hmm.
I was solving heartbreak with alcohol. And that got me in a lot of trouble.
Okay.
A lot of trouble. So, and I never really talked about that though. So now I'm kind of talking about that. So and that's why, so that's my music has changed to the point where now I'm confident in myself. And when I get behind that mic, I know I'm the shit. Like when I spit, I can spit. I know I can rap.
Yeah.
I can rap about anything. Like I don't care. Like I don't fit into a classification. I can rap. And like I'm an artist. And I don't call myself a rapper because rapper these days is a different terminology. But an artist is an artist from Leonardo da Vinci to freaking Jay-Z.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like an artist is an artist.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
As long as you're an artist, your music will always be true. So so that's where my confidence is now. Like, man, I'm about to kill this.
And what message are you trying to send with your music?
The main message I'm trying to send is like do introspectives. And just, I want to tell people that it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to feel pain. You don't have to hurt I know they say hurt people,
mm-hmm.
but it's okay to feel pain and not hurt people. And I'm telling you guys my story, like, I hurt people. This is coming from the point of view of a person who hurt people.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? And I was never raised to hurt people. I wanted to be a good guy. I always wanted to be a good guy. So when I look back on it now, realizing that I'm the man who I always wanted to be now, and I just got to make, I just got to work to get where I want to be, like, financially and all that, and where I want to be with my dreams, where I want to be with my goals and ambitions. I'm like, yo, what was I saying? What was I saying? Steve, what I said? My thoughts just be like gone. What was I saying?
What message are you trying to send with your music? Yeah.
The message, yeah. I want to show people like, look, because there's a lot of problems with relationships these days, and a lot of people like men. We're men. I'm trying to tell men we're men. Men we care for our women. We lift up our people. Don't be like I was. I was a douche. Don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Care
mm-hmm.
for especially as black men, we got to care for our sisters. Like we got to, and I'm not trying to preach. I'm just saying this is really, because I was raised, around a lot of black. I had 4 god sisters, 2 sisters, my mom and my godmother. My brother was 6 years older than me. My dad was always working. I was raised around girls. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I know how to respect her. And my grandma was, I always had my grandmas there. I didn't know my other grandfather, but my other grandfather, he lives somewhere else. So I always had my grandmas. So I was raised around a lot of women, so I know how to respect women. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I didn't respect my wife. And so I'm telling people, don't be like me. Because if you do that, it's going to hurt a lot. And if you're not strong enough to really get through that pain and forgive yourself and hope that person forgives you and truly turn back from those ways, it's going to eat you up inside, and that guilt and that shame is going to kill you. So you got to be good to people. And so that's really what I'm trying to tell people. But at the same time, I'm telling people I can rap. Like, yo, this is the Caleb that you guys picked on, that Caleb that you guys, and I'm telling myself, like, forget, I used to do it for them. I used to do it for the people who picked on me. I used to do it so I could show people, like, yo, I'm going to be somebody in this life. You guys mess with me, but I'm going to show you guys something. But then I stopped doing it for them because I wasn't going nowhere. was like, yo, I'm gonna show me, because they made me believe I wasn't gonna be something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, yo, man, like, hold up, bro. Like, I'm good at this. Why am I doubting myself when I know that I'm dope at this? Like, this is what I do. I talk to people. I rap even when I talk, because people are like, oh, man, you have such a way of work. And I'm not trying to boast. I'm saying, like, this is what people tell me. And it took me a lot of those compliments to get my confidence back where it needed to be. Because a lot of times, for a while, it was kind of down. So I got it back, and I was like, yo, man, I need to do this, because this is like, I can tell my story in a dope way. I make it artistic. I make it aesthetics so the people who look at aesthetics love it. I make it artistic so the people who love art will love it. I'll make it dope so the people who love rap will love it. And I'm gonna make it something that I know that I can love, and they're gonna love it because I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't that sure about all my other albums. But with this one, I'm like, they're gonna love it because I love it. And I'm sure about this. And it's the whole message, the whole thing, everything about it, the alcohol and heartbreaks, it's all like, it all goes together. This is like I've made albums before, but this is like my first like album. Like,
yeah,
putting it together, making the songs fit, making them match, making them work, making them, like, even these 3 songs that people are going to hear that sound aesthetically different. And it's like, man, his sound is all over the place, but it's like, yeah, but if you listen to like what I'm saying, and you listen to how I'm saying kind of the same thing in a couple songs to kind of remind you of what I said in the last one, you guys will see that it's all linked together. Like, this is my soul I'm showing you. This is my heart I'm showing you. And you guys, and I know people out there can relate to it. And, that's why I put it on SoundCloud. It's on SoundCloud right now. Okay. Like, soundcloud.com/Strykez. Like, those 3 songs that I did. And I'm going to give them a taste, because I want you, and it's free. You can download it for free. You ain't got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? It's linked to my IG, Craig. I don't know. I'm shameless promotion. But
that's dope.
I really believe in, like, what I'm saying is, like, it's free. You can listen to it. Just really hear what I'm saying. Really hear.
Yeah.
And not just what I'm saying, but what my soul is, like, the energy that I'm bringing. Okay, I'll talk to that. But yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. I just like rapping and stuff. I figure I'll go ahead and get a Gucci gang chain.
Nah, that's amazing though, man.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right, so let's get into the last song, "Breaking My Heart." Hey, who produced this beat? I like this beat though.
My brother did that. My brother
okay.
did that beat.
Yeah, I like that beat.
That beat, I showed him that song, right?
Yeah.
Because that song is, see, that's my personality. I'm goofy.
Uh-huh.
So that song is kind of like goofy. It's not what you would expect, like a rapper. It was like when Gorilla Zoe did Echo. He had this gangster album, Echo. I'm like, okay. And that kind of influenced me, like, hey, I could do that too. So I put this on there for, like, everybody who likes this goofiness and dancing. And it kind of links to the other songs, because after all that stuff that you guys heard me say, like how I did all this stuff wrong in the first song, and that's why I'm cheating them on after doing all this stuff. And then the second song, I was just mad when she left. At the end of the day, when I finally matured, this is from the perspective of last year. This isn't from the perspective of when I was like going through it. This is me now. And this is me saying, like, hey, I'm sorry. And I showed it to some of the girls who, I broke their heart. And they was like, oh, this is so dope. This is so beautiful. And so it's really me just saying, look, to them and to ladies everywhere, because I've hurt some women, and I have, and I felt bad for it because it's not my character. But to them everywhere, I love y'all and I'm sorry. So that's what this song was really saying. But it was like, let's dance. Like, we can be friends. I get it. I understand now. Mm-hmm. I'm mature now. I was, how Jay-Z said, hey, Pop, he was like, I was so immature. Can't you see that I'm grown? Like, whatever you said on Hey Poppy. Like, that's me now. Like, yeah, I get it. I'm in my 30s now. I can't be acting like I was in my 20s. So that's what this song is kind of it was just lighthearted fun. But it's dope, though, too.
Yeah.
The lyrics, if you listen to the lyrics and how just the rhyme scheme and I mean, come on, man. I'm legit the shit, man. I ain't trying to brag, but I am kind of, but I'm for real. Like, this is, I love it. I'm sorry. I'm not, I got to be humble.
No, you good. You good.
This is something that I really put my heart and soul into, and I hope you listeners really, really like it. It's free on SoundCloud if you want it.
All right, so let's get into it. It's Breaking My Heart, and we'll be right back on You Can't Sit With Us Radio.
Wonder why she pass on me for the mother guys, but tonight ain't the night to be pressed. I'm trying to impress, but the way I dress, fresh, and I'm blessed. So there's really no need to be stressed. None at all. Off of what I hate to say, cause they always gonna talk till they see you pulling up, outlined in chalk. Yeah, I'm fresh to death with my NorCal walk. Ain't afraid, take a seat now, strikes and charge like Charles. Yeah, I'm out here getting it, bruh. Like Stevie, but see me living it up. Bottles in the air, not giving up. Sliding off with your duck, you stuck. That's okay. She'll thank me later, but taking her away from you male duck drakes. I know we missed our chance for romance and breaking my heart, breaking my heart, but it's by the sea, how can life get better? Chilling on the beach in this California weather. City nights get lit, ladies shaking they things. Everybody on the lick, balls throwing their cash. It's on a girl at the spot that captivated my heart. Got her a drink and she asked if I'm trying to depart. I'm like, sure, why not? But not right now, cause I'm trying to get down on the dance floor. She don't know I got a girl in my bed right now. You know how that go. So let's just live life in the moment. Unless we going to your house, then okay, yeah, I'm rolling. I know we missed our chance for romance, and it's breaking my heart, but breaking my heart. But if you take my hand, then we can dance all over the stars, all over the stars. Sheesh, I'm only 33. I mean, how much better can my life really be? Got dope from my flows and I'm finally free. No more toxic energy, I can finally breathe. Take a shot of the Hennessy and a hit in the trees, and then I'm going with the breeze and I finally see what it takes for me to be me. And I'm finally proud of what I see. Now when you move on, baby, it will be great. And I'ma do it again, do it again. And if I make mistakes, then that's okay. Cause I'm only human, and even losers can win. I know we missed our chance for romance, and it's breaking my heart, breaking my heart. But if you take my hand, then we can dance all over the stars, all over the stars. I know we missed our chance for romance, and it's breaking my heart, breaking my heart. But if you take my hand, then we can dance all over the stars, all over the stars. I know we missed our chance for romance, and it's breaking my heart, breaking my heart. But if you take my hand, then we can dance all over the stars, all over the stars.
That was Breaking My Heart by Strykez. We're very close to ending the show, getting to that end. But a couple more questions I wanted to ask you.
Yes, sir.
So, of all the music that you released, what has been your like favorite song that you've like recorded or released?
Dang. I feel so cliche, like when they asked him that on like the like a Breakfast Club. I was like, man, you hit me with the tough one, B. Man. Nah, hold on. Let me think for a second. Let me think. So I had a couple of them. My favorite one, man. I think, which one do I always listen to? I think my favorite one, it probably would have to be Nobody Better. I made a song called Nobody Better, and it's on Dat Piff and it's on iTunes. But
Okay.
Again. But for real about the song, it was a song where I was going through with my wife. I don't like to repeat. I don't know I'm talking a lot, but I was going through with my wife, right? And I couldn't explain to her how I really felt that I loved her, and I was doing a lot of bad things with other women. So I was trying to talk to her through my music. Saying she probably didn't hear it, but that song Nobody Better. I was in Korea and I was thinking about I was trying to grow up and mature, and I was thinking about my life. Like, yo, man, what am I doing? Like, I have a wife and kids at home. Why am I out here, philandering and doing all this crazy shit? Like, I need to cool down, man. Like, and so I was like, I'm gonna show her this when I make this album, which was supposed to be Caleb Ray. And I'm like, I'm gonna show her this. And that song, Nobody Better, I had my boy, she introduced me to the guy that's singing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And because he worked at Burger King, she's like, yeah, he's a singer. And she's like, my husband's a rapper. I'm like, yo, man, this girl's a dope girl. So I made that song for her. So she could see, like, yo, I know and I was telling her, like, we had our ups and downs and all the smiles and frowns, but you've always been there for me, and I want to make sure I'm always there for you. Of course, like, the next couple of years, we got divorced. But either way, you know what I'm saying? But that's my favorite song, and it's just because it reminds me of when I had a moment of clarity, when I was like, okay, just make sure, that was me. I wasn't, because I think back sometimes what I did, you start blaming yourself when you do that sometimes. You're like, man, I was a horrible person. But because I left the mark with music, for me, nobody else may have heard it, but for me, a lot of people did like it actually. But for me, I could go back and listen to it. I left the record, so I could say, oh, I was good. I did try. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. I did try. I did care for this person. So it's not like I was just a bad guy just out there trying to do bad things. I was really fighting against myself, try to be a good guy, and I was just losing the fight. So that's why I really like that song.
Okay.
Nobody better.
So, Do your inspiration from your lyrics just come from like just real life experiences?
Yeah, for the most part.
Most part.
Like I rap about what's true to me. I used to try to rap sometimes from like other people's perspectives to try to tell their story, but I realized that didn't really work for me, and I felt like I was coming off phony. So I rap about what I see and what I feel as a struggle. Now sometimes I rap about the way sometimes I do break from my actual real life, but I rap about like my people, because even though I'm not living in those situations that a lot of us go through, I have experienced a lot of what we've been through. You know, I wasn't like I said, I wasn't really raised around black people, kids when I was younger. But when I got to like my teens, 16, 17, when I was in high school, because I went to a private school for a long time, that's why. So when I was in high school, I got back into that. You know, I was back in public school, and so it was like, I had to adjust again. You know what I'm saying? And I seen how black kids, black boys, especially my age, thought, and they thought differently than me. Like I was shy, they was outspoken. I was reserved. They were, like how we are, man. We roll like we the lion of the jungle. They like, what the fuck you mean? But I didn't have that yet. So I was just kind of like, I hung back and I hung out with the girls. I was always trying to hit on the girls. The girls were projecting, so I become their friends. So I was like, okay. So I hung out with them, and I would have like my homegirl Unique. She would always point out like all the girls. She would go talk to the girls for me that I asked her to. But anyway, so I really draw on those experiences when I got older and I got like beat up by the cops in Concord, California, when I got followed around for having plates that were legit, but they ran them anyway. Yeah. When I was at Delta College and they put the guns on me because they said I was stealing, but I was working for a teacher and I was making copies for her in the copy machine, but they said I fit the description. Wow. When all that happened to me, I started realizing what it really meant. I felt the struggle. I was like, oh, I see. I only got a taste of it, but I see. And then when I went through with my ex and I got thrown in jail for stuff I didn't do, I saw. I was like, oh, now I'm really feeling it. So it woke something up inside me. So I was like, oh, okay, so I can draw inspiration for you. I can tell your story. Like, it's okay if I tell your story because it's not copy, because I felt that too. Mm-hmm. So if I'm talking about like the black men, Delano Castle and all the young black men who got shot, I'm high, so I'm sorry if I'm drawing a blank, but you know what I'm talking.
I know.
And it draws me back to like Emmett Till. I'm like, yo, y'all can say what y'all want, but same thing happened in like the 50s, which isn't that long ago, and it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? You got Trayvon Martin, you got Oscar Grant, you got all these people who were like innocently, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was beat up, but I wasn't shot. Thank God. But I feel that struggle. So when I rap about that, that's when I draw from other people's experiences. But most of the time it's from mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I've had it's from my experiences, but mostly from my perspective. A lot of things is really from how I see things. You know, a lot of it is my life and how I see it. And I really just try to give people my perspective and some context, because sometimes the story gets told without the context, and then the whole narrative is lost in like speculation. So I like to tell stories like from my heart, like my lifetime life experiences. Yes, right on the money there, buddy.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
All right, so my last question is to you. What do you remember most about the song that we worked on, Heartless?
I remember Amy coming over, being the boss. Remember a couple times I was buzzed and maybe thoughts went through my head, but I remember really feeling like that was that time. See, when she came up, hey Caleb, I know it's funny. I'm sorry. It's like I see Amy come to me with this song, and it's like, Heartless? You mean after this woman ripped my heart out my chest, I got dumped twice in a year after my divorce? Yeah, sure. I write a song about being heartless. Let me show you about Heartless. I loved it. I was like, and the energy was right. It was dope because she was in the room with me. She was like, yo, you should do this right here, and you should sing this part. And I was like, man, I'm not good at singing. She really was like, nah, man, you should try this part. You should do that. And I followed her guidance, and I was like, I knew she knew music and I knew she knew business, but I was just astonished to see it firsthand because I never actually saw it firsthand. So I was like, yo, this is dope. And the way the song was coming together, and then I heard the final product, I was like blown away. I'm like, yo, this is amazing. And I was like, and I seen it on Twitter and I reposted. I was like, yo, I'm on this. Like, this is my name. Because to me, I love working with artists. To me, that's the joy of it. Yeah. That's the beauty of it. Like when somebody cares about what they're doing, it's dope to work with them. It's dope to, it's like dope to be in the presence of people who really care about their craft and they really take it serious. And I just felt all the, and it sounds corny and cliche, I know, but I'm corny. I'm not cliche, but I am kind of corny sometimes. But I'm being serious. Like, you really feel the energy. Like, you can tell, like, if somebody's just half-assing it and they don't really care, it's like, oh my God, why am I here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you were tutoring somebody in math, tutoring a kid in math, she was texting on her phone, he was texting on his phone, and they was just looking around versus the kid who's like really asking questions and really intent. They care.
Exactly.
So you care. And it's the same way when you work with artists. It's like they care, so you care, and it makes your art better, and you guys feed off each other. And so I really felt honored to be a part of that, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, shout out to everybody on that song. Cali Bud, Allison Tuesday, Ashley Mans, yeah, Amy, Nikes. Yeah, shout out to everybody on this song.
For real, because that was I'm gonna say beautiful song, but that was a dope song.
Yeah.
But that was dope, man. And yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it's dope. All right, so thank you for being on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
But as always, before we end the show, I always give my guests opportunity to ask me a question. So, Strykez, what is your question to me?
All right. So I was passing by the Walgreens and I saw a whole bunch of people holding the Black Lives Matter sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was honking their horns at them, like, in agreement with them. It was on High Street and 580. And I couldn't honk my horn because it didn't work. My window didn't work, so I couldn't roll it down. So I waved my hand out to move me. But the thing that astonished me, what kind of threw me off, I guess, is that everybody out there was white, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of like threw me off. And I felt like black guilt. Like, I feel like for a second, it was brief. I rationalized it out, but for that second, it was amazing. And it was something like, I felt good about it, right?
Uh-huh.
But have you ever seen something like that? And how do you feel like, but the thought that raced through my head was like, where's the black people at? These people are holding the sign. And I got some more research and I found out, they're always out there. Okay, cool. Okay. And I get it. They're talking for us because sometimes we'll be looked at as nuisances or we'll be looked at as, they're trying to start a riot or the police will stop us if we was all gathered on the corner. So I get it. So I appreciated them for it. But have you ever had that happen? And what was your initial feeling if you did? Or how do you think your initial feeling would be if you didn't?
No, I never have had it happen, but I mean, my initial feeling would be like, are they like you said, are they doing this to be just to be doing it, or are they really like involved? Do they really care? It would be my thing. I mean, if they really, if they really cared, I'd be like, yeah, I definitely support it and and whatnot. But yeah, I just gotta know, are they really? Do they really care? Yeah.
And see, and so the thing is, like, when I saw that, right? So it was like I said, it bugged me for a minute. I shook their hands. I went over there, shook their hands, took a picture, and then I went and talked. Like, I went home. It was kind of bugged. I was trying to rationalize it out, and I talked to one of my neighbors. I was like, "Yo, did you drive by High Street by the Walgreens?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Did you see those white people out there with the Black Lives Matter sign?" He's like, "Oh yeah, they out there every other Friday." I'm like, "Oh," he's like, "Yeah, they always do that." And then I talked to my grandma. She was like, She said some people have to fight the fight. We got to fight the fight differently. Mm-hmm. We can't do that part no more by ourselves like that because then we'll get in trouble. But we can do it from the inside. We can, march in unison. You know what I'm saying? But some people are willing to go out there and fight forward. So they don't always look like us. Yeah. And so even though I knew that from jump, I always knew that. It just kind of it kind of renewed my hope in people. Like, because I was kind of, especially the way these people drive out here, I kind of hate people sometimes. But I was like, yo, man, that's dope, man. And like we're all in the same fight, man. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I loved it. So that was my question that I wanted to ask you. I hope that wasn't like too weird or deep or whatever of a question. I didn't want to ask nothing random, but hey man, what's your favorite Jordan shoe? No. No. But yeah, I appreciate you accommodating that, man. And thank you once again. Like, it's an honor. I'm humbled to be on this show. And when it was post, I'm showing everybody because I went on like, remember Letitia, right?
I don't think so.
Amy had a friend named Letitia. She had a brother named Fernando. He had a radio station online out in Denver. And I went on there and I was really nervous. And I was really I was there with the mics in my face and I didn't know how to act. I was trying to play it cool, like a cool black guy, but I knew I was a dork inside, so it wasn't working. So this time it was cool, and I appreciate you accommodating me because I know sometimes I sound a little off kilter, but I know what I'm talking about. This is how my thoughts got to get out. And I appreciate you for real for letting me be on this show and really sharing something that I love to do with people who I hope will love listening to it.
Oh, it's no problem, man. I'm glad to have you on the show. Yeah, thank you. You gotta tell Amy. She told me to hit you up to do the show, so it's really her.
Okay. Yeah. For sure. I will definitely tell Amy.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I was like. I just DM'd
Thank you, Amy.
Yeah.
I love you.
Shout out to Amy. All right, man. But yeah, thank you again for being on the show. Before you go, shout out your social media, anything, whatever you got coming up, anything.
All right, so I got IG, Caleb, McCray, MCCRAY. Wrong story why. Verizon coworkers are idiots. But yeah, so Cray, that's my IG. SoundCloud, Strykez, Strykez. Twitter, Strykez, same spelling, so I wouldn't change it for one different platform. Facebook, yes, for you cougars, I'm still on Facebook. I'm just kidding. But no, Facebook, Strykez, Caleb Ray. And iTunes, of course, CD Baby. If you want, if you want to listen to it, you can go for free. You can go to SoundCloud. I'm gonna be posting more music on SoundCloud so people can listen to it. And if they really like it, you can support. If not, enjoy the art. I love it. I love making art for people. So, and then I got Dat Piff. A couple mixtapes on there. That's where that Caleb Ray mixtape is. If you really want to hear me and my story, when I was back then, when I was younger, my 20s, listen to Caleb Ray. It's really dope. Except for that Caleb versus you versus anyway. That one's kind of, I didn't get to finish that one, but whatever, skip that one. But yeah, those are my platforms. And SoundCloud, SoundClick. Oh yeah, MySpace. BT.com. Ice Roller 2000. Black Planet. Oh yes. Still got my Black Ice Storm. Everything was ice back in 2000, 2001. Icy Roller, Storm, Blizzard, Kid Fresh. You can write all that down and remember it and go catch me on bp.com. Nah, but yeah, appreciate it, man.
All right, no problem. And as always, you can follow me at Ambitious1K on Instagram, Ambitious1000 on Twitter. Follow my Threshold Brace production on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And as always, one love, spread love. And until next time, You Can't Sit With Us Radio, El Ambitious, I am out. Psst. Psst. Hey, you listening to this right now. If you like what you heard, go subscribe to the YouTube channel. If not, I'm going to come find you. And my name is Ambitious, so you know I'm going to find you. Don't play with me. Bye.
Threshold Brace Productions.